Hello everyone, this is Candy, the 614 Stitcher, and today is Thursday, January the 27th, 2022, and this is my Flosstube number 33. I first would like to say hello and welcome to all of my new subscribers. I hope that you will enjoy and be enabled in all of the good stitchy projects that I've been working on this month. And to my returning friends and subscribers, thank you so very much for coming back every time that I post a new video. I know it has been a few weeks since I've posted my last update. It has been extremely busy with going to Stitch Away and then coming back home and working. So for everyone, sorry, it all of a sudden got really hot in here. For everyone that has sent me a private message checking to make sure that I was okay, I really, really appreciate it. Everything is fine. It has just been so busy since I've gotten back home from Stitch Away. Lots of work demands, and so that is why I have been so that's why I haven't been able to put up a video lately. I have to do what I have to do. So I actually have a lot to go over this video. And so I may end up having to break it up into two videos. As you know, I went to Stitch Away, and the designer was Hello from Liz Matthews. She was awesome. I was able to get her to sign two of my patterns. It was an incredible time away, and I really, really did need it. Lots of laughing, lots of happy tears from laughing. It was incredible, and I can't wait for the next one. The next retreat I'll be going to is StitchCon. I am scheduled to go on weekend A. So we're going to jump right into it because, again, I will be going over all of the BRRINGO projects that I have been working on, which is a lot, because I had only gotten to show you the first 3-4 days of January, and it's already the 27th. So we're going to get started, and I'll be turning around, so please excuse that. So on January the 4th, thank you again for everyone who sent birthday greetings that day. I really do appreciate it. I had an awesome birthday this year. January the 4th, the number that was called was number 22, and my number 22 was, the prompt was a whip that makes you go burr. And my project is hands-on design with the drawing by Priscilla Blain, the Chalkfull Snowy. And here is a picture of what it looked like before I started it. And here is a picture of where I am now. I did finish the snowman's hat, the second snowman's hat, and I put in some more Smyrna crosses down here. Smyrna crosses or Iberian islets. Smyrna. These are the Smyrna crosses up here. I will be working on this project in February for the hashtag Garon Designer Focus, because Hands-On Design is the designer for that month. That was January the 4th. On January the 5th was a whip or new project that is in season, and I had a new new start for that, and it was by the Trilogy, and it is Bucky the Snowman. And here is where I am right now. So I started with the snowman's face. Put that down. I started with the snowman's face, which I'm using Blanc. And I am changing the colors of the snowman, his hat and his scarf. It is called for Mulberry by Weeks Dye Works, and I am using Argyle Socks by Classic Colorworks. This is being stitched on, oh, I'm sorry, let me go back for a second. The Chalkfull Snowy is being stitched on a 14 count black board Ada by Witchell. And Bucky the Snowman is being stitched on a 14 count fabric flare, and it's great. You can see the modeling in it. I love this fabric. I need to just buy a yard of it. I love it. So that's Bucky. On day 6, the number called was number 20, and that's a whip or a start that is sparkly, and that is also a new start. This is my Garon totem bag, and sorry, I thought I'd turn that off. Oh. It is Bella Butterfly, which is this first one. And this is a new start again. And here is where I am on it. I am stitching this on Color and Cotton 28 count in the colorway of Neptune. And I chose this fabric because it actually matches. So this project, which I didn't realize at the time, is actually a full coverage. And the floss that was used matches Neptune perfectly. And so that's why I chose it. So I have stitched all of this butterfly, and I have come down and started stitching this part here. The butterfly will be finished with beads. There's lots of beading in this piece. So that is my Bella Butterfly. And it is a new start. I put Bella Butterfly on my BRRINGO board because of Nora Corbett or Mirabilia is the designer focus for this month. My next, the day 7 is number 13, and it was my favorite fabric, and that is in my butterfly bag by Lynn X Stitches Creates. And here's a picture of where it was when I last showed it. And the name of this fabric is called, sorry, I'm like all out of sorts or something. Artemis by Be Stitch Me, and it is a wonderful fabric. And here is where I am now. I did get to fill in a few days of the January butterfly, and I've also been able to put in some of the segments for the February butterfly. Because of work and all of the things that I've been doing lately, I am going to have to do January and February at the same time. I do have all of the information for January. I just have not been able to pull this out to stitch on lately, which is terrible because I really love it. So now on top of stitching January and February, I'm going to have to also do the work for March. I will be working on this this weekend though. It's supposed to be really cold. So hopefully I can get all of the segments in for February and at least have that part done. Okay. That was Temperature Butterfly. The next project was a WIP or New Start with a house. And my project is Home Sampler. And here's a picture of where it was when I last worked on it. And here is where I am now. So this project was actually on my BRRINGO board twice. Once for a WIP with a house, and then the second time was a WIP with flowers or trees, and this met both those prompts. So I was able to bring the border, the outer border and the inner border down, and I also put some more work into the green vine that goes around, and I will work on it again when I pull it out for the next prompt that I want to work on it with. I love this sampler. I am stitching this on. Seems to me like I had that. Sorry, I'm trying to pull the card out. A 28 count color and cotton, and I believe it is Old West, maybe. I don't have it written on this card. All I have is 28 count color and cotton, so I'll have to get that together. But I really do enjoy working on this. I have only made two changes. I have changed how the flowers in the vine are done. So instead of having all red flowers, I have purple, and then I'll have red flowers in the corners. But that's the only change that I've made. This is on a scroll rod that I had to baste it on, and so I can't take it off of the scroll rods and put it in the bag. So I'm always like trying to make sure that I keep it clean. That was my home sampler. The next project that I worked on was for day number 9, and it was number 1, and that is a new magazine start. Now, what did I do with the magazine? It's probably right here. Hold, please. So my next start for January the 9th was Christmas Snowflake. This is in the Just Cross Stitch Ornament Edition 2021. And it's called Christmas Snowflake. And here is what I have so far. This fabric is a 28 count Monaco white, and the thread I'm using is DMC Etoile number 519. I have enjoyed working on that, and it's going to be really pretty once I get it finished. If you notice, a lot of the projects in BRRINGO, I do new starts for the season. If I am lacking one in some season, or so a lot of these projects that are winter themed or Christmas themed, I can pick up again in Jolly July and continue the progress on them. So I'll actually have one or two that I'll be still working on in the month of February, but that's in plans. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to make sure I stay on track here. So day number 10 was also the home sampler, which I've already shown. Day 11 was a whip or new start with an animal, and I chose Octopus Biscornu, and here is a picture of where it was. And here is where it is now. So I actually tried to work on this at Stitchway. Not a good plan. I was able to fill in some of more of the tentacles up and around and down. And I tried to do some more fill-in of his head. And that is by Tiny Modernist. And I am stitching it on a 16 count Fortnite fabric named Morning Glory. I was in their Flowers and Mushrooms Club when I joined them. That was maybe their first year that they did their club. So that was Octopus Biscornu, and I really need to get back to that so I can get it finished up. My next project that was called on the 12th was an outdoor activity, and it was a new start. And it is French Country Snowman by JBW Designs. And here's, this don't have a card either. Here's how much progress I got on that. And it looks kind of different in the camera, but in person, I can read it really well. This is being stitched on a 32 count petty point. And I am using, the called for color is Betty Bluebell. And the whole snowman, the whole pattern is stitched in that colorway. Maybe if I hold it, no. Well, I like it a whole lot. This fabric was a gift from my Secret Santa this past Christmas, and I really do enjoy it. And that was French Country Snowman, an outdoor activity. My next project was Positivity Rules by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. I do not have a picture of it, but here's a picture of where it was when I last worked on it. And here is where it is now. So at Stitch Away, I was able to finish the door frame and put in the door decorations, for lack of a better term, the door decorations, and I was able to finish the stitches for the F in fun. This project will be finished this year. All I have left to put in is the word positivity right here. And so it will be a finish at some point this year, but that's where it is now. This is being stitched on a 14 count pink Zweigart Ada. I purchased the entire kit when I ordered this back in 2020, 2019. I need to figure out when I actually started it and put it on the card, so I'll know. But that is, that was a whip with words. Day number 14 was called, and the number was 4, and that was my smallest whip, and it is actually a finish. This is the Snowman. I just lost my whole train of thought. This is the Snowman from Lori Holt's Stitch Cards. I changed the colorway so his earmuffs are purple and his scarf, sorry, are 2 different shades of purple, a lighter purple to match the earmuffs, and then a darker purple, and I do not have which purples I use. This fabric is called As You Wish. It was in when I went to Stitch Away in 2020, this was in the gift bag for the first time attendees. So that was one finish that I had for BRRINGO. I'm very pleased. The 15th was number 6, and that is a whip or a new start out of season. And my project is Spring Freebie by the Little Stitch Girl. I don't have a chart for it. Here's a picture of where it was when I last showed it. And here is where I'm at now. I was able to work on this at Stitch Away. And I started work on the N. So when it's completely finished, it'll say spring on it. So I still need to finish the N and put in the G. And then there's butterflies and flowers on it, so it'll be a really nice piece to get finished this spring. I'll be pulling it out again to have a finish on it. And this is being stitched on a 14 count. It is a minty green, very light. And I am sure that I probably got it out of the remnant basket at Keepsakes. On day number 16, a whip or a new start with a bird. And I am working on winter cardinal etchings. It's in the Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher Magazine 2020. 2020? Yes, 2020. And here's a picture of where it was when I last showed it. worked on it. And here is where I am now. I was able to finish the bird, the cardinal, off, and I started on the next trees that go up and down. So I could be looking at another finish for this one also. I know that there's something coming up with a bird in it. So I'll be using it for one of those prompts. But that's where it's at. I love that red. I am using cherry cobbler for my bird, and for the trees I am using timber. It has both green and a darker green in it, so it gives nice variegation. And so that is my winter cardinal etching. Day number 17 is the number 8, and I have not started that yet. It is actually going to be the letter K by Nora Corbett. Day number 18 I have not started yet, and that is Christmas. So day number 17 was number 8, and it is letter K by Nora Corbett, which I have not started yet. I will be starting it this weekend. And the prompt was a whip or a new start of my choice. Day number 18 is number 25, and that was a favorite, what's your favorite holiday? And mine's is Christmas. And I will be starting, it's called The Christmas Carol by Little House Needleworks. Country Cottage Needleworks. It's by Country Cottage Needleworks. Day number 19 was number 2, and that is your oldest whip. And my oldest whip is Snow Village by Country Cottage Needleworks. And here is a picture of where it was when I never showed it to you all at all. And here is where I am now. So I have a backstory for this project. I started this with the Fat Quarter Shop, got the kit, the whole thing. It was on a massive piece of fabric. I was going to stitch it on a 16 count, which this is. And then as I was working on it, it just became too much for me. So I decided that I had this it's like 85% completed. I wasn't going to just scrap this work that I did. So I cut it out of the rest of the fabric, and I am working on it. I stitched in all of the snow and village, and I still need to finish this pole here. There are some snowflakes that I need to finish over here. And then all of the little snow people still need their arms, eyes, and buttons. They are French knots, so I'm going to see if I can either use the fabric over top of them, or if I could use black thread over top of what is there, or if somebody will show me how to do French knots. So that is Snow Village. Again, I have all of the charts for the entire series, and I actually chose a different fabric, and so I am going to restart it. It is going to be on one fabric, but I'm using an 18 count fabric for that. The next is day 20, and that is number 3, and it's my largest WIP, which right now is Winter Snowfall, and I still need to do work on it. On day 21, number 12 was called, and it is my favorite floss. And right now, my favorite floss is DMC, because I wanted to work on this project. And it is The River by Modern Folk Embroidery. And I am stitching this middle motif. And here is a picture of where it was when I last worked on it. And here's a picture of where it is now. So I have been able, I'm going to open this up so I can, yeah. I finished off, I brought this vine down and worked on these 2 leaves. I then have gone back over and have started working on the middle flower again and was able to get this much of it done. I'll also be putting this WIP in for as many prompts as I can fit it into. This is being stitched on 14 count Evil Queen by Stitch Me. And the thread that I'm using is DMC Blanc. I'm running out of space. On day number 22, it was the number called was 19, and the prompt was something that reminds you of your childhood. I don't really have anything that reminds me of my childhood, so I actually thought about my children's childhood, and that is Love Is. And it is in the so it is this motif right here. This is in the Just Cross Stitch February 2016 magazine, and it's called 4V, and I always call it Love Is because that's what the wording is on the motif. Here's a picture of where it was when I last worked on it. And here's where it's at now. So I have been able to add these 2 hearts and the spacing in between it with those stitches. This is being stitched on a 14 count pink Ada, and I am using Classic Color Works Licorice Red for the called for DMC. And I love it. This is going to also, because of February with Valentine's Day and all of that, I'll be working on this hopefully. I'll need to figure out a way to put it in for one of my prompts because in the Magazine Monthly Challenge group, the acrostic or the theme is food, and then the acrostic is yummy. And so ever since they put that out there, I'm like, really? What? Yummy food in February. But I'm going to go with it. Day 23 was called, and that was number 14. And that is a WIP or a new start that will be a gift. And for that, I am stitching. Here's another Year-On totem bag. And I am working on the letter M by Nora Corbett. Again, this is for our Designer Focus focus on a designer for the month of January. Oh, there's the card. And here is where I have gotten to on my new start. So this is the bottom. Let me see if I can focus differently. Okay. This is the bottom of her face, her neck, the first part of her shoulder, and then this is her arm completed. As you can see, I'm going to take this out of the plastic. So this is where I am. And so I'm on this side of her body. The skin color is by Almond M&M, and it is called Civil Rights Act 1866 Civil Rights Act, and that's by Almond M&M's. She has a whole range of skin tones for African Americans. And I'm stitching this on a 32 count Cypress by Fiber on a Whim. And I'm going to open this up so you can see. That's what it looks like. So my best friend is in a sorority, and that sorority's colors is pink and green. And so I chose a green fabric, and I'll be making the change to the dress. The dress will be pink, and then I'm going to do the M in 2 different shades of green. So I'm actually going to take the green that is being used in the dress and use it on the M, because the dress will actually be pink. So that is my gift for a friend, day number 21, and it's letters from Nora. And day number 24 is also Winter Snowfall, and the prompt was a whip that you dread. And I chose that for the whip that I dread. I don't want anybody to be upset, because that was actually a gift. The only reason why I dread that pattern is because the fabric is so difficult to work on. So that's why. And then day number 25 would be a new start, which I have not started yet, but it is going to be Glitter Village. So I still have 5 projects that I need to work on in the next 4 days. I have to have all of the pictures uploaded into my album by 11:59 on January the 31st. And I am so distraught at the fact that I have gotten so far behind. I have not posted, although I have worked on all of these, and I have the pictures. I haven't uploaded one picture. It's just been one thing after another this month, and so I just have totally dropped the ball. I do have lots of haul and stitchy kindness. However, we are already at 39 minutes. So what I'm going to do is record a special episode with all of the things that I did get from Stitch Away. All of the, I was still getting birthday gifts at Stitch Away, which was awesome. So I will record that when it comes up. And then what I will add to that video is what my February plans will be. I will be probably turning right around and doing that video right after this. Again, I want to thank you all for being so kind. I am close to reaching a milestone of 700 subscribers, and I would have never in a million years thought that I would ever have. I didn't think I'd have 100 subscribers, but um, it's been so wonderful doing this for over a year now. And I am truly grateful and thankful for all of you that continually come back to see what I am working on. I just appreciate you all so very much. I know that soon, this whole work thing will work out. work out. And that, things will start to slow down a little bit more for me. I will be getting back on my weekly recording because to be gone 2 weeks or 3 weeks is just a whole lot. So I, at this time, am going to thank you once again and say see you soon with the special edition video of the haul and other things that I received at Stitch Away. Until then, have a good rest of your day. Bye.